just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
Yo.
Welcome to the Mark Our Words podcast, the official podcast of YouTube. What's good with you, Jen?
Man. Life is good, man. Can't complain.
Man. What's so good about life, man?
Hey, everything, man. It's about rain today. And we was just talking about rain, how much you love rain.
I do like the rain.
So, you know.
I don't like thunderstorms, though, because it knocks my power out. But
yeah, that's wild. I feel like the first year I lived in this house, there was a lot of power outages, but I haven't had one since this whole year. So.
Trees just be falling where I live, man.
Oh, that's probably
knock out traffic lights 10 blocks down the road and things like that. It's just, you know, I got no complaints. Ain't no point in complaining about it. My phone is charged, so.
One good thing, I'm taking 2 weeks off. I might need your help. I might do some housework.
Okay.
Like, I gotta clean this wall up, man. This wall is.
Is it bothering you?
It's not bothering me, but it's been a year and it's the same wall. It doesn't make sense for the viewers, but that wall is just it's not.
But my thing is, you take your bike up and down. It look like you hit the wall every day with the bike. Do you?
Yeah, but it's like you see the patches. You see.
Oh,
like,
basically, it was prepared to be painted.
Yeah, but it never been painted.
But now
even there was a hole down there that I fixed, but I just never really repainted. So I need to repaint this whole space. I need to change the countertops.
What color? White. Gray.
I'm gonna do fake.
Not gray.
I'm gonna do laminate, but like wood looking. Cause I heard I was gonna get wood.
No, I'm talking about like in here.
Oh, white.
Wait, you talk about like in the for the countertops. That's all good.
So I might do some things and get that bathroom fixed up.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Only thing you need, truth be told, you just need to do small things, like just like for example, I'm doing things in my spot. But like I'm dedicating $200 a paycheck to like just do something in the house. Like for example, I know I want a new lamp, I want a new console table for when I walk in and things like that. So like each paycheck I just be like I get $200 to do this. I know I'm gonna have to repaint my wall in the bedroom because somehow, some way, I'm not pointing no fingers, you know, but you know they know who I'm pointing to. White wine got on my wall.
Wait.
Yeah. White wine got on my wall. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, nasty.
So no, it wasn't that. I thought it was a shadow. I thought like the lamp was on, it was a shadow. But then I'm like, is that a stain? They were like, you have to paint in here again. I have to paint. Okay, I ain't messed with the first paint, but I already was gonna repaint that wall anyway. So
that's good. So
I'm gonna repaint it. I'm gonna do all that before I go on my end of the year vacation. So that's why I'm like every bi-weekly I'm doing something to fix up my living. I'm getting rid of my TV stand. Cause I'm gonna get a more minimalistic TV stand and stuff like that, to where it's just a stand with no cupboards and stuff like that. Because you have cupboards, you just put stuff in there. I found stuff in there that I was like, I don't even know why this is in here. It's just a place to put things, you know. So, but other than that, things are very good.
You still happy? I know last time you spoke.
I'm happy about what?
Life. That was the thing you said.
Oh yeah.
Last week you said you was happy. First time I ever heard you say that. Y'all
make me sound like I'm like a mean Grinch or something like that. I'm happy. I'm cool. Mm-hmm. I'm Gucci. I'm happy. You know, I'm not unhappy. I'm probably more content now, but is it content? Content. You gotta change the tones. Not content. You know what I mean? But I'm more content now than anything. I'm not happy, I guess. But new music came out. Have you listened to the Beyonce album yet?
Some of it.
Some of it. You like something? You gotta be in the right location.
Yeah, I was in the car. I was like,
nah.
It's not for me.
You gotta be running on a treadmill or something. run on a treadmill or
I
like
can see that.
or like you got to be in a
Squatting.
party. Something.
Kind of squat too.
'Cause I ain't gonna hold you. This album, I don't know what's going to it. I say focus on your breathing. But
too sexy for my.
I probably do. Please. I probably put this in her top 3 albums. I probably put the first one, her first album. Not putting it in any order. I gotta go with which one? I think I probably go with. Ooh, I don't know. B-Day was crazy. Top five. Cause I like B-Day a lot. I put this album over Lemonade and stuff like that. Even though Lemonade was like cool and things like that, but I like this album over Lemonade. It's not really a lot of slow songs. It's just like upbeat tempo songs, and I think like Beyonce does amazing in anything she does. But I'm like she is singing, like she's not like just talking the song or just rapping the song. Like she's singing like with melodies and harmonies to this upbeat song. So it's like not only are you dancing, it's an enjoyable listen. You know what I'm saying? So, but have you checked out the DJ Khaled album?
Yeah, I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, but I liked all the DJ Khaled albums.
Really?
So I'm not a good opinion.
Why?
Why did I like them?
Yeah.
I don't know why people hate them so much. I enjoy them.
I think I hate his singles. Like his singles don't sell the album to me that well.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like
I don't take their singles too seriously. Like I take it like a
because that's the only way I end up listening to the album or know that his album's coming out is when I finally hear
his singles.
Like I'd be like, what is the song he did with Nas and Jay-Z where this guy is singing? And I'm like,
yeah, it wasn't like I think people's expectations are too high when it comes to DJ Khaled.
Cause he got all stars on there. Like what?
Yeah.
What do we supposed to do? He got Jay-Z, Nas, Kanye, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Lil Baby.
Well, he's not Kanye.
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby was fire on the last album.
He was fire. I ain't even gonna hold you, but I'm just saying. But how can I not have big expectations about?
When DJ Khaled said, keep going, Lil Baby kept going. I was like, damn, that's fire.
Yeah, that's kind of it. But
I'm not a go yet, but I look like one. I was like, damn. Oh, no, I fit the description. I was like, ooh.
That's kind of it.
Not a goat, but I fit the description. So I'm like, okay, Lil Baby.
But I did listen to some of the DJ Khaled album, and good thing I did listen to it.
God did.
That was near the top of the track list, so I was able to get to that song at least.
That's an album. That's the name of the album.
I know, but
God did. Man, that's a lit saying though. You turned me down.
just in case you come in with your sporadic God did throughout the conversation.
Okay.
It's just like it may not be loud to them, but you right.
I'm up for this.
You're right. You're right in my ear. It's all good. But I listened to the God did song, and apparently, God did. Not only did he did in the sense of what the success that DJ Khaled got that he claims, but apparently the God of rap, that's what he called himself.
I thought that was Eminem.
No, he never claimed himself to be. I mean, there's only one person that called himself the God of rap. That was the one who gave himself the name Hova, short for God of rap,
Interesting.
God of hip hop. But anyway, as I was saying,
Lord forgive me, God did. That was a hard verse. That was a hard line. Shout out to Rose.
Apparently, Hove did on that track, and that's all what everybody is talking about on that track. They even did a Twitter space for it. You get what I'm saying? Talking about that verse. I saw videos. Young Guru coming out here giving a breakdown of the verse as if it's like one of the best verses that they ever heard. But it's Jay-Z. Jay-Z, one thing I give you respect about Jay-Z. Jay-Z's one of my favorite rappers.
Is your favorite rapper? I mean one.
I had to include Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I had to include Kendrick. But my
Kendrick album is still top.
Jay-Z, that's why I say one of my favorite. Jay-Z is still number one.
Is your favorite.
Right? One of my favorite consists
If
of
he's
top,
number one.
top 3. It's top. Okay. Right. One of my favorite rappers. Right. And he earned the right, I guess, throughout his career to when he spits, everybody listens. Everybody quiet down.
Hove did.
God did.
Lord, forgive me what the stove did.
And he rapped his behind off. He went off longer than what I expected. You know what I'm saying? But there was some backlash, not off of the verse that he did. But Jay-Z, every now and then, he's not, what's the word? He's not, I don't want to say popular on social media, but he's not on social media. So when he pops up on social media, that's when everybody's time to sit down and listen. Exactly, tune in. So
get this education.
Exactly. So he
get these scriptures.
So he,
as Emery would say.
So he activated. You realize all these people that say this like his close friends, but that's cool, right? Right. But like
conspiracy theories.
But my thing is, so he activated his Twitter, and he decided to join Twitter Spaces, and he had a discussion.
Yeah, we're not gonna stop. You know, the hip hop is young. We still growing, and we're not falling for that technology, whatever, you know, this public puts out there now. That, you know, before was the American dream. Pull yourself out of bootstraps and you can make it in America. All these lies that America told us our whole life. And then when we start getting it, they try to lock us out of it. They start inventing words like, you know, capitalist and, you know, things like that. I mean, you know, we've been called nigger and monkeys and shit. I don't care. Those words y'all come up with, y'all got to come up with stronger words. When I say y'all, I'm not talking about you. The words they come up with, they got to come up with stronger words. We're not going to stop. We're not going to be tricked out of our position. Y'all locked us out. Y'all created a system that, you know, doesn't include us. We said, fine. We went our alternate route. We created this music. We did our thing. You know, we hustled. We fucking killed ourselves to get to this space. And, you know, now it's like, you know, eat the rich and think, man, we're not stopping. So that evolution is, you know, from us, you know, we came from selling 7 records and selling records out our trunk, and, you know, no radio play. And I think Reasonable Doubt did 36,000 the first week or something like that. I may be adding a little to it, you know. So, you know, I come from Marcy Projects. You know, my first house, 615 Lexington Avenue. My grandmother's house, 7 families lived. Like, she has 7 kids. My mother and, you know, my parents and siblings lived in that house. My aunt Niecy lived in that house. Hootie lived in that house. Butchie lived in the basement. I mean, this is one house. I went back to that house. I did an interview with Oprah, and I couldn't believe how small this house was, that all of us lived in that house. So, again, that evolution that you speak of, it's just real, and it's happening in real time, and I'm talking about it. And, you know, we're not going to stop, and we're not going to stop talking about it. You're not going to trick us out of it and make us feel ashamed to be successful in a place that, you know, set up a system for us to be dead at 21.
It sounded like he had a problem with him being a billionaire and being called.
Nobody made $1 billion till Hove did. How many billionaires came from Hove crib? I count 3.
You gonna rap the whole bar, or are you?
Me, Ye, and Ree.
And he has a problem, apparently, being called a capitalist.
Bron's a rock boy, so 4 technically.
How do you feel about that word capitalist?
I believe I'm a capitalist. I believe in capitalism. I think capitalism right now in today's world, we could say socialism. Like, ideally, socialism would be the best approach.
How so?
It's like a referee.
Okay.
Like, you have part of the government. I mean, part of the economy run by the government. Part of the economy run by private people. Mm-hmm. So I think there's, like, you know how, like, it's like Fortnite. Everybody gets the same things. Now, if you want extra,
you gotta buy the add-ons.
extra. Yeah, but everybody gets something. versus like what we live in today, where it's like there's people that have nothing.
Yeah.
So I think there should be like some base where if you don't do anything in life, at least you'll be able to live in a house, eat food, go on. But you might not be able to party in a yacht.
And not be on Skid Row or anything like that.
Yeah. Except I don't know how realistic that is, just because too many selfish people. We don't have the systems in place to really do it well without biases and corruption and all that. So the next best thing is capitalism.
Yeah. And to Hov's point, to Jay-Z's point, he said that they basically came up with these terms and these titles to put on you when you become basically a successful black man and things like that.
I don't know if you said that, but
I'm just paraphrasing. I play the clip. I let him talk himself into it. You know what I mean? But he basically said they gotta come up with better words.
They gotta come up with better words. It can't be. These words don't mean nothing to me.
But
it's been called niggas and monkeys.
Exactly. So capitalists.
What's that?
But apparently, like if you read between the lines, he's like that's supposed to be meant as an insult to me.
Yeah.
But like. I've been called monkey, I've been called nigger, and things like that.
And you're not going to trick me out of my position.
Exactly.
You're not calling me those words.
But obviously, it seemed like a hot button for him because he even talked about, they talk about eat the rich and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And since he came up or gave this discussion on Twitter Spaces and things like that, Twitter responded. Some of them said, Jay-Z, you're not a messiah. You're Hov, yes, you're the god of rap, but you're not like our messiah.
Yeah.
Like you're a billionaire. No one becomes quote unquote a holy billionaire. Like your hands is not clean in being a billionaire. You didn't the same hands you used to be a billionaire, you didn't.
You was cooking the stove.
Not just the stove. Forgive the stove. Forgive me for what the stove did. But I'm just saying, like, to be a billionaire, you had to take from somebody. So you can't make it seem like you're the Messiah. You're for the people, that you give for the people, that you are for the people and by the people, but you're a billionaire. You're a capitalist just by being a billionaire alone. So I want to broaden it out to see what is your opinion on, is it possible to be for the people, by the people, FUBU, right? And be a capitalist or be a billionaire? Or do you have to your, I think you said this episodes way back, do you have to be as extreme as Fred Hampton? You know what I mean? These men wasn't rich, or these people wasn't rich. Do you have to be Malcolm X? Do you have to be Martin Luther King? To where you help the people, but at the same time you're suffering too. So that's where I want to start the discussion before I take it other routes that I deem fit based on the discussion. Can you be a billionaire and not be a capitalist?
I think so.
How so?
It depends on what you're trying to do with that, or what you're doing with that billion, right?
Okay.
Like there's certain types of people who are they obtain this money and then they try to do as much as they can for certain communities. Now the problem is, how often are those people the ones that become billionaires? But I think it's possible. It goes back to your saying. Is it impossible? Well, a lot of times it's hard. So impossible is not hard, right? If it might not have been done before, but it doesn't mean that it's not possible for somebody to do it.
Okay.
So to acquire $1 billion for the sole purpose and help an initiative, like, if, for example, one of the things I want to do is really have a space for black individuals, whether they're kids or full-grown adults, to be able to get into the tech field, whether it's investing in their companies, whether it's investing in infrastructure for them, whether it's investing in education, and to have a pipeline for them to get to within the tech industry. That's something that I want to do, but it does take money, right? And so one thing I want to do is be able to. Is that me?
Yeah, it's just your headphone cord. That's all. Your headphone cord keep hitting that cord. That's all.
Okay. But yeah, I want to be able to give back to them, but it takes money. And so my thing is, okay, how much money do I actually need to live?
Okay.
and set that as my actual number. Any number above that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use that for my mission in life. But what I think a lot of times that happens, like either these people get rich and never set out to be rich, or two, they become rich, but they doing it for ego. They doing it to beat a system. They're doing it to accomplish some type of some type of game that they're playing.
And that's what it sounds like in the verse. I mean, of course, I don't want to make it seem like rapping by itself is a bragging sport. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to take his words literally, but at the same time, like you gave a speech about, you know what I mean, like what you did, like even in the bar, he said like the first billionaire was him in that field, right? And then he quoted Kanye and
and LeBron.
And technically LeBron, right? It'd be one thing if it was and
$9,000 for the wine bill. That was Juan's bill. That's hard, boy.
So no, it is hard. I ain't gonna hold you. But to me, outside of what we know these people as, we know these people that's entertainers and performers. So technically, you didn't make these people billionaires to help, quote unquote, the greater good outside of yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like you was the president of Def Jam when you founded Rihanna. You signed Rihanna. You are Mount Rushmore, probably the president of Def. You found probably the biggest pop star in the world. You get
what's his name? Dame Dash found
Kanye. So it's like, I'm not saying
LeBron was going
LeBron
to be
played
LeBron.
Basketball. Exactly.
He was going to be LeBron.
So basically now you're just claiming victory. You're just claiming victories. And granted,
everybody became billionaires, the two, Kanye and Reed, became billionaires outside of music. So that's another thing.
Exactly. So basically, I'm not saying that he's wrong or that he's braggadocious. It's rap, of course. But it sounds very... He sounded defensive, in my opinion, talking in that clip about eat the rich. You know, I mean, people joked around and said, "Oh, Jay-Z do be on Twitter and stuff like that, probably on his burned account, probably listening and hearing things like that." And I'm like, "Hey, you should own the fact that you're a capitalist, or you should own the fact that, like, hey, yeah, I do this for me. One thing I said in the episode not too long ago." I said, if I ever get rich, it's not for my kids. First, my kids get the benefit of it. I'm not even getting rich for my girl. Number one, the first person that's going to benefit off of that is me. You get what I'm saying? And then everything else. I'm not saying that Jay-Z or Sean Carter have to assemble the Avengers of social justice. I'm not saying he have to do all that to be viewed as the Messiah or viewed as some type of like social leader. But I'm like, you know, you're not that though, right? Like,
what we have to do for him to be that though?
I think that boat passed. I think once he
let's say redo. Let's not even bring Jay-Z into it.
Okay.
What does that billionaire have to do?
I don't even know if it's possible. Like, to some people be like, you have to give your money away to achieve, even for you even to have a chance of being viewed that way. I don't agree with that. And you and I heard you say multiple times in the episode, you don't believe in telling someone what to do with their money.
Yeah.
100%. I'm with you. But And I know we're not talking about Jay, but once you start setting patterns that you're in it for you, it's kind of hard for you to turn the tide and say, "Oh, I'm really doing it for the people" and stuff like that. It's kind of like, hey, when there was some real strife between black people and the NFL, you partnered with the NFL for social change. That's what you said. You didn't say.
Well, he really implemented social change.
Then we would have had no choice but to tuck our tails between our legs and be like, you was right, Hov. You was right, Jay. I'ma shut up. You get what I'm saying?
But will you see him as like black savior?
I don't know about black savior. I think black savior is a bit much. but I can be like, oh, he's trying.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, well, you say he's for the people.
I say, okay, yeah. I say, oh, he's playing the game to get on the inside to do something.
Open up
doors. It's hard to not view it that this was for you.
Yeah.
Dude, you get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, that's what a capitalist does.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Why are you offended by that? And like I said, is he offended by us black people? When I say us, I don't mean us, but is he offended by us black people calling him a capitalist? Because I'm sure people that are in his bracket would see him and be like, oh, you're Jay-Z. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure there's no, I don't know. I'm not in those circles. There's no strife for being Jay-Z and things like that when you're in those circles. Mm-hmm. But there's always some type of, and I don't want to be this guy to say, crab in a barrel mentality when it comes to like, oh, you are a billionaire, but really you're not really for the people. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want to be that, and I don't want Jay-Z to not feel like he's not doing things. But at the same time, I'm like, you have to wear that hat though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think you do touch on something where, like, I feel like in this day and age, a lot of companies, not just capitalists. Oh, it's raining. I was like, what the heck? A lot of companies are trying to play that balance beam. I mean, we joked a little bit about it earlier with YouTube, where YouTube is being called out for being apparently racist. Maybe racist. But they have this initiative called YouTube Black, and so it gives out this illusion that they're doing things for black people, where they might not really be helping actual black creators who are actually on the platform making a living off of it. And so, but it's like, are they doing this just to do this? Are they doing this because it's great PR? Mm-hmm. Or are they doing this? But it's like, but you're a company at the end of the day. And so if at the end of the day, if it's not making you money,
then you're not going to
invest in it. And it's like, so this whole like trying to look like you care, but knowing deep down, if it's not making you money, you're going to go to the thing that's going to make you the most money.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how capitalism works. And so it's like, I don't know. I maybe this is just a symptom of people trying to care, but because we live in a capitalist type of society, it's hard for you to play both sides in that. And I think Jay-Z is probably just another symptom because, he is a business at the end of the day, regardless if, he's a person. Yeah. So he might actually care. But because he's a business, he has to worry about his brain. He has to worry about his relationships. Has to worry about the position. He's not trying to get into different what was I trying to say? He's not trying to get into different issues where it might put him in a tough spot where now he might lose the connections and business relationships that he had because he's trying to rep for, the overall people's plights.
That's how people felt about President Obama.
Oh, really?
People felt like when he was president, he go deal with black issues. You know what I'm saying? Besides being the president of the United States. And people still feel like, that critique is warranted. Like basically, like, to be our first black president, it would serve to, like, do something for black people. Because there's only one time in the history of being president of the United States that, maybe you could do something for black people and it won't be so bad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they are in office and they do whatever they want to do for their people, how come you just for one time in a lifetime that people didn't think this was ever going to happen, you can release all the black people for weed? Of course, it doesn't work that way. But I think people are getting sick and tired of being told, like, how come it doesn't work that way when it's like, when it comes to us? But when we see all the other type of people, it just get done like boom, like that.
I mean, but it's weird because at the same time, it's like nobody said it's like the whole White History Month. Okay, White History Month is not a thing. It's because White History is White History Month, and so it's the same thing. It's like them doing something for people, their people is not them doing something for white people. It's just they seen as Americans. They're doing things for Americans, And so it seems like they're doing it for their people, but the way it's termed, I remember Donald Glover saying once that he just wanted to be seen as a white person. And then Charlamagne, there was a Breakfast Club interview. Charlamagne was like, what? Well, that sounds crazy. It's like, yeah, but Will Smith is seen as white. This was before he slapped Chris Rock.
Yeah. Now he's black.
Now he's black.
He's dark skinned.
Yeah, he's dark skinned. But and he quickly realized that when everybody turned his back on. But they was confused that night because it was like, that white man just slapped that black man just now. That's a good boy. And they start clapping. But now they woke up and was like, wait, no, he's a black man. That was anyways. So, but he was saying that Will Smith is seen as white because nobody sees Will Smith back in the day. Like this is like 2013, 2014, before the whole scandals and Jada. He's like, nobody sees Will Smith as a black man.
This Donald Glover talking.
This is Donald Glover. Like Will Smith could go to Dubai, people love him. Will Smith could go to Europe, people love him. Will Smith has white friends, he has black friends, he has Indian friends, he has all these different type of friends. Like he's a white man. Like he's neutral. Because the thing is, being human, especially in today's civilization, is being white. Everything else is a asterisk. Like you're an Indian man, you're a black man, you're a so all these different titles, and so that's why it's kind of weird because it's like when you want to do something for, it's like remember what's that shampoo, Shea Bar, I forgot what it was.
Shea Moisture.
Shea Moisture, where they're trying to expand their brand.
Okay.
And they was advertising for white people as well, and people was like, "Why are you doing that?" It's like because they was only geared towards black people, but they understand 80% of the country is white. I mean, it might be 60 now, or closer to 60, but 80% of the time was like white. So it was like, we want more money, we want to do more things. And so I think that's what happens in a lot of this capitalism, especially when you're dealing with racism, where they want to appeal to the majority, and the majority of the people that are using their stuff is white. And even the people that are not in that demographic usually appeal to the same things that those white people are appealed to. Which is why, this is a little tangent, but which is why I think hip-hop is one of those weird phenomenons where it's like, whoa, like people really like this more so than the white stuff. That's crazy to me. But,
especially since to be successful in hip-hop, a good chunk of your fan base need to be white people, white children at that. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to Jay-Z, I'm just using him as a muse. What does for the people, by the people look like today? Like what does, I think Jay-Z is a prisoner of his success to where he's so successful in rap and everybody got these, I don't want to say urban legends, but everybody got these urban legends, stories about Jay-Z that they shout out to Herb. Right? My thing is they got these urban legends, so they make Jay-Z seem bigger than what he is. You get what I'm saying? Like he's smarter than what he is.
You don't think he's that smart?
I think he's very smart.
What do you mean he's smarter than what he is?
Smarter than what he is. I think he's a great rapper. He knows music.
You don't think he's a great businessman?
I don't think he's a great social justice leader guy. I don't think that's his field.
I don't think anybody would say that, though.
I don't think that's his expertise.
But I think a lot of people would say
my
he's
whole
for
thing,
black people.
But my thing is, then if that's the case, then he said we passed the point of kneeling. That's when he took the NFL deal, and people took that as like, well, a good majority of people was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't think people see him as that.
Why are you getting in bed with the opposition and things like that?
That
but then but the only way you feel empowered to say something like that is if you feel like people go listen to you.
Okay. So
that's why I'm like, anything that I'm not sure or anything that I feel like I won't get the credit for knowing anything like that, I'm not going to say that, especially not that. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I'm like, you can become a prisoner of your success to where they don't want to ask you about rap anymore. Jay-Z hardly gets asked about rap. You get what I'm saying? And he's like the best rapper alive to most people's eyes. They ask him about life. Like what's going on with this, what's going on that. And I think that's the prison of his success because he became a billionaire. Off of other things too, but mainly maybe he's known as Jay-Z the rapper.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Which opened the door for all the other things that he was able to accomplish. Amazing, right? But is there come a point to where, and I do believe he cared about black people. I do believe in the people that he named and the things that he do behind the scenes. This kind of goes to my point and kind of to your point of, if you go do something, man, it's probably best, like, I probably wouldn't do it behind the scenes if I was Jay-Z. Because I'd be like, if it's me, yes. You get what I'm saying? But if I'm Jay-Z, I need a bragging doc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, we gotta publish everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bragging doc. Yeah, we gotta publish everything.
We gotta do a bragging doc.
It's released quarterly. That's what I did for black people these last 3 months. Like,
because people can easily just color it with one color and say, you don't really do it. You don't do enough for black people more than what you do for yourself.
Yeah.
And on the surface, it's like, that sounds bad, but is it? It's like, so that's why I'm like, what does a quote unquote black messiah, not trying to play on the Fred Hampton a movie, what does that look like? Does that look like a broke person?
Hell no.
Does that look like
you get assassinated?
Like, what does it look like? Is it a billionaire? Is it someone who have all the capital? Is it someone who's in these white rooms? Is it someone who's on the street with a megaphone? Is it someone who's doing interviews for Mr. Roland Martin? Like what does it look like? Because I don't really think we know what we're looking for, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because it sounds like, Jay-Z, because you're a billionaire, you need to take all the risk. You should know. You shouldn't even think about how do I make money from this. You can afford to lose money and to lose businesses because you're a billionaire. So you should invest in this, or invest in these people, or invest in this cause, even if it's at a loss for you, because you're a billionaire.
I was going to answer that question, but like I just thought of something. Like, when you get to certain spaces, I remember I was watching an interview with Chris Brown on Drink Champs.
Shout out to Breezy.
And he was like, yo, there's some people that are so rich they could change people's lives. And then Nori was like, wait, you're rich, Chris? Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, I'm rich, but I'm not rich. Like, I will go broke helping everybody I can help. But these people are rich. And I feel like the higher you go, the richer you see other people. And so maybe Jay says, yeah, we're rich, but we ain't in those circles. And so he's looking at some other circles that's confusing him, just saying like, bro, you're good.
You always said a millionaire always want to be 100 millionaire, 100 millionaire always want to be a billionaire always want to be a trillionaire. But if you think that way, is it possible that you can paralyze yourself? Like,
what do you mean paralyze?
Basically, like, if you always thinking your money's not enough and you're a multi-millionaire, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you're looking like, but he got 100 million. And let's say you got 100 million and you're like, I could do something, but like, I don't have the money because I'm looking at a billionaire. Nobody does anything then. If everybody thinks that way, because everybody's always looking at the one who has the money and be like, well, he can really change someone's life. Not me, because if I do it, I'm going to go broke. And I'm like, but if everybody think that, somebody always got something more than the other person.
No, it's going to be somebody. This is C.T. Fletcher a quote when he was like, yeah, my mama used to tell me like there's always somebody better than you. And then C.T. Fletcher said, nah, mama, somebody gotta be the baddest. Somebody gotta be the baddest, mama. I'm just saying, somebody gotta be the baddest. And it can't just be somebody. Somebody can't be always bad. So somebody gotta be the richest. But I mean, to that point, it's like when you see wealth, like we think Jay-Z's wealth.
And you don't think he's wealth?
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
I think.
I don't know what he sees. I don't know who he hangs out with. Like, there's things that he's probably the type of guy is like, I don't want nobody to be able to say no to me ever. He's probably in rooms where people can say no to him and he can't do nothing about it. And that's the thing. The higher you go, the different other doors. It's like a video game that never ends, especially for black people. Because it'd be one thing you had a black person that was in the top 3, top 5, and he was like, okay, at least we got somebody up there. Jay's probably looking like we don't even got anybody up there. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Okay.
So, but he's probably looking like we ain't got nobody up there. So how do we get somebody up there so then there's a connection from the top to the bottom? Because if we not up there, there's always going to be somebody that can say no to us. And if they say no to me, that means they're saying no to somebody below me. That means they're saying no to somebody below that person. That means they're saying no to the very person in the bottom.
Yeah.
So if we want to change things in the NFL, we need somebody in the NFL who owns the team. Whereas if Colin Kaepernick can't get a job, if Cam Newton can't get a job, if whoever can't get a job, there's somebody who's black that can say yes to that person. If we want to change how things are being done, just like Deion Sanders is doing.
He down there in Mississippi.
In Mississippi. He's changing the whole landscape of what college football, especially for HBCUs, looks like.
Especially for Mississippi.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
especially for Mississippi. So it's like if you want to be the change, sometimes you gotta be in the inside. You have a lot of people on the outside, and I think that's probably what's going on. You have a lot of people on the outside: Fred Hampton, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. I don't know the new guys, so sorry, I'm talking about old people who got assassinated. But you know, but you got a lot of people on the outside, you know, knocking things out. But you need people on the inside who are also knocking things from the inside out and saying, "Hey, this is what we're going to do now that we're in here." And so
the problem with that is, keep that thought. The problem with that is we trust your intent while you on the outside trying to get on the inside.
Because you're there with us.
But many times than not, while we waiting on the outside, we kind of like, what's going on in there? Is he still doing what like the plan was?
And you see in the window, he's smiling, drinking a glass of wine. Like, wait, what?
Like,
and the other window, you see him cutting steak. It was like, wait a minute.
And the whole point was, while we was outside, the plan was to go inside and to infiltrate. You know what I'm saying?
And get all the food for us.
Exactly. But now
we see you eating steak while we out here eating crumbs.
Exactly. So many times than not, there's a trust barrier that seems to be broken, I guess, between the inside and outside, man, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
To where, can we trust that when you are on the inside, that you will come and open up the door? And I don't think a lot of people feel that way.
I mean, I think that's what he's saying, though. Like, you not rich unless everybody's rich around you. Like, how many billionaires came from Hove crib? So it's like, how many black billionaires do we know?
I only know probably Oprah, Mr. Robert Greene, Dr. Dre. That's off of Apple product.
How many billionaires did Dr. Dre make?
He made Apple. when like he sold the product to Apple.
How many billionaires did Oprah make?
None that I know of.
And so Hov is saying, look, how many billionaires? Now
we're not counting LeBron. I'm sorry.
We're not saying you know he should take the credit, but he is saying, look at my whole team except for Dame Dash.
It's not a lot of people that I see his point. It's not a lot of people that he signed his signature of approval that didn't become billionaires.
Look at Emery. I didn't leave Emery to you know how Diddy did shine.
Yeah, Emery took that charge from me. He was sad when he came back.
Emery been good ever since. Everybody around me is winning.
Airplane hats everywhere.
Beyonce is still top. Like, people around me are doing well. I'm not just screwing people over. Now, people looking at Dame Dash like, I screwed Dame Dash over.
That's a big screw over, though.
But Biggs, Emery, Tata.
I don't know if he cool with Biggs.
Look at 50 Cent.
I don't know if he cool with Biggs, though. I think...
No, Biggs was still working in the Rock Nation.
Oh, okay.
He works in Rock Nation.
I could have sworn like he screwed...
I
could have swore he screwed Dame and Biggs, but...
I think Biggs was Dame's person, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so the whole, because, you know, Biggs is Maul's brother.
Maul's brother, Maul's big brother.
So, and Maul's cool with the whole...
Everybody want to be cool with Jay-Z.
That's true.
So that's why I'm like, I'm not... Just because everybody cool with you doesn't mean everybody like you.
But look at even his producer, except for Tiblin. Guru still rock with him.
Mm-hmm.
Clark Kent still rock with him. All these people, No ID still rock with him. There gotta be something to...
But Chen, I'm not saying this is whole for sure. But I'm saying once you become a billionaire, once you become the infrastructure, now people want to try, I don't want to say infiltrate you, but now you are the bridge for their success as well.
Yeah.
So that means, I'm not saying these people don't like, because I'm sure they do like him, because they've been rocking with him for over 20 years, over 30 years, if that, right? But it benefits me to play nice with you.
Yeah, but Kanye West.
Kanye West is a different thing.
People
because
don't bang with Kanye West like that. He changed friends every couple of years.
But Kanye, people see him as sporadic and not stable. So Kanye is like a stock that you like. If you invest at the right time, you could get a good payoff. Every other time, you're gonna lose money and you're gonna lose a lot of things. So like Kanye, it's not something stable to invest in, even though he may have the money and he may even have the talent. You know what I mean? Yeah. But people look at you sporadic. He on IG right now talking about Kim K got diarrhea all the time and stuff like that. Like he just going off. So people view that as sporadic and just not stable. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Kim K.
To where people shout out.
I know that is tiring.
to where you're like, what? Like Kanye. So that's why I'm like it benefits people to play nice with Jay-Z.
I see what you're saying.
Didn't Charlamagne, quote unquote, get fired because of Jay-Z? That's allegedly. That's okay. Back in the day. But I'm not saying, but that's because at one point he didn't play nice. But it benefits you to play nice with Jay. And that's not even saying like because Jay-Z is just a mean guy. It's just like with anybody with power. Yeah. You don't go into like someone's business and cuss out the CEO and like expect the CEO to still have, like, you still got a job, especially if he got pulled. So that's why I'm like, do we trust Jay-Z to come through with his initial quote unquote stance? He said, I'm partnering up with the NFL to bring social change. Okay. Great halftime show.
What else?
That's basically what people say. People say, oh, this is a great thing for Rock Nation.
You got Meat Mill free. What else?
But
who else you get free?
But that was arrogant. And then because he don't have that bragging document, he was like, you don't know what I do behind the scenes.
That is true. Because maybe he did get like 100 black people free last year.
To his benefit. You get what I'm saying? Because you don't publish your accomplishments and brag on yourself, we don't know what you do behind the scenes.
So all we know is that the only person he got free was me. And now that's the only person you talk about. But if I'm Jay, I'm like, I got 100 people free y'all don't even know about. I will put that in the line.
No, I'm saying names. I'm saying names. And they better not all be Muslim either. You better put some people that they ain't Muslim in there. I'm Mazard. You better put a Brandon in there somewhere.
I got Osama free. I got
like, nah. Because and that's what people feel like. Can you really benefit someone to where, or can you really help someone to where you're not the one first to get any credit from it or any benefits from it?
You know what though? It's like
that's not fair for him to hold that burden though. But go ahead.
You know, but maybe he is playing like Game of Thrones, like, and he's not trying to be Ned Stark.
Or he ain't trying to get his.
He gotta play. He gotta get a little money.
I almost did a spoiler, but then again, is it really a spoiler?
Wait, Ned Stark's head got chopped off. I'm sorry.
Okay.
His head got chopped off. Season 1, episode what? 7? Episode 9?
It was like
his head got chopped off. Ned Stark was the main character that everybody loved, and he died in season 1. I don't know, like that was 10 years ago. You haven't seen that? I'm sorry. Like, keep watching though.
Yeah, please watch. Please, I'm sorry.
You're a spoiler. Like I'm thinking you talking about the new Game of Thrones.
I'm talking about
like he came back. He went through a time machine.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I thought it didn't happen. Like that's how shocked I was. I was like, oh no, he ain't really dead.
But like sometimes you probably have to. Cause I remember there was a person who said that Jay-Z was donating to the Black Lives Matter movement. This was before
everything with Black Lives Matter.
And to bail people out. And then there was a report that, because she's like, he probably doesn't want me to tell you this, but Beyonce and Jay-Z been donating to us, getting people out. Then all of a sudden, those two tweets were deleted. And maybe I'm playing devil's advocate. He's like, yo, you mess up my business relationships. They not supposed to know I'm this down with y'all. Just take my money.
That's how crazy though, don't it?
Let me take my money and let me just play with these racist people real quick to get in. I'm doing this so we could get in. And then that's probably what he's doing.
Do you respect someone like that?
Yeah.
Talk about you personally.
Yeah.
Okay, how so?
It's like, it's weird, right? Because you want to respect the father during like the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s. That when he get pulled over, he's like, yo, don't touch my wife. Yo, I'll do anything for my family. But now you potentially might kill your whole family because you want to be a man in front of your kid, your son and your wife, versus the guy who acts like a female dog, but sacrifices his pride, sacrifices his manhood, so everybody in the family could get home. It's like who's really a man? The man that is willing to sacrifice everything to look like a female dog in front of his son and his wife, so that his family could get home, or the man that was like, I'm gonna put my pride and my integrity and my risk my whole family dying, or me dying and not being there for my family. Well, who's really a man in that situation? And so it's like, going back to the Jay-Z point, it's like, yeah, it might be like, oh yeah, he's being a snake or he's playing 3D chess, and in that process he's losing a piece of his soul. But who else is gonna do it? Like, who else is gonna do it? Like,
but why a rapper though? Like why he gotta wear that burden? You get what I'm saying?
But who else?
I don't know.
Because they're not gonna let you in any other role. Like,
you gotta dance for him first.
Sometimes you gotta be the dancer to get into the master's house. And now you the who's the guy from Django, Samuel L. Jackson's character. But you really not him. You really there like, yo, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take over, but you have to act like, and you might have to sacrifice some. You might have to do. You might have to give some ding dashes.
No.
You might have to say, "Hey, master, hey, master, he's planning to escape tomorrow." You might have to do that so you can get closer, and then when you get closer, you're like, "All right, y'all, this is what we're gonna do." but you're right. You risk everybody not trusting you.
That look crazy to everybody. You're like, yo, cause now that one person who you told Massa on, he's telling everybody who's on the outside, he sold me out.
He sold me out.
And that's what...
This used to be my best friend.
And that's what Dame Dash is doing right now. He got sold out, and he's still, even today, that's how I know it's real. Because nobody loses that much money and still talk about it today. Because that type of money you don't make back.
Yeah.
And as much as he may say, like, I'm good now, you wasn't going to make that money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know it happened. Because he's like, yo, I got sold out by Jay.
My best friend.
By Jay. I tell you this right now, Chad, that be the end of this podcast, and I'll never talk to you again, bro.
Hey, I told you, the first time we argue about money, I'm out. I'm out.
That's not fair for him to wear. But even though it's not fair, I don't believe, Hove, you're not the Messiah. And that's fine. That's cool. If you believe, or if we believe, that you are in these places, because trust me, you are in rooms that we probably never be able to get in.
Yeah.
Off of, without entertainment in some instances. But even with that, like, you're one in a lifetime. Go ahead.
Nah, I don't believe that's what's going on. I don't think he's playing 3D chess.
You don't think he's playing 3D chess?
I think he's just trying to make money out of it. Cause
it's just a little sketchy.
I mean, I like the hair.
He have it. Oh yeah, the hair is to throw us off the set. He's like, oh yeah, he's for us because he got the nasty dreads. You know what I mean?
But Jay-Z, I think he's a better businessman than rapper.
Really?
Yeah.
You know he's a great rapper.
But he was also a drug dealer. And apparently he was going to Baltimore and all these other places across, Cameron said the first time he met Jay, he saw Jay and Tata, and they was all eating. And he thought Tata was younger than him at the time because Tata is supposed to be a smaller guy. I think it was Tata or Emery. And he said that Tata, after it was eaten, Cameron was like, man, I don't got no money to pay for this. And Tata just whooped out a lump sum of cash, paid with it, put it back in his pocket. And he was like, oh, man, people get money like that? It's Tata. I mean, I think Tata was actually the main guy at the time. But I'm like, yo, these people have money for a while.
These people, so like they know how to maneuver in these current. Yeah.
Jay Ben said, I had to face killers. What am I scared of like people in business rooms for? Like, so I think
that's a different mindset for real.
I think he's a killer when it comes to business.
He's still my favorite rapper. I still don't want to meet him though.
No, I feel you.
I still don't want to meet him.
I don't think I want to meet him.
I don't want to do rock brunch or anything like that. Rock Nation brunch. And things like that. Like I'm good from afar.
I'll go.
Well, you go and let me know what happened and stuff like that.
I'll tell you. I probably won't tell you like I met anybody, but I know that food is fire.
You will be the only one eating.
I'll go back for seconds. Then.
Everybody else gonna be following Jay, taking pictures with Jay.
I'll go back for Thursday. Like, oh, y'all still got some of those French toast?
It's gonna be you and Angie Martinez the only way to eat it because Angie ain't impressed by Jay because they think they're best friends for like. Huh?
She's not going.
Angie Martinez?
I've never seen one of those joints.
She probably was eating. That's my point. She probably wasn't in the picture. She probably was eating, and then so you tell me you gonna miss the Kevin Hart speech? Cause Kevin Hart gotta get.
I'm not gonna be able to get into that circle.
Wait, it gonna be too much crowded around. You ain't gonna squeeze through?
I'll probably stand up and try to listen. If I can't listen, I'll sit back down.
Kevin Hart gonna talk about hustle and things like that, and you gotta keep working hard and everything I've done. You know,
he's actually a motivational speaker now. Now in my motivational Spotify tracks,
he comes on.
He'll be popping up.
I know.
I'm like, man, ever since I Joe Rogan joined,
I know. Shout out to Kev though, man.
Man was talking about I have a force field of love. If you not added to that force field, then you gotta get out. I was like, why is this here, man?
I ain't gonna hold you. Let me make that much money as he make, boy. You gonna be tired of me, bro. Hey. You gonna be tired of me. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below, man. Make sure that y'all like, share. Don't be selfish with the podcast. And y'all have a good week. Blessings.